So there are a lot of fundamental questions that people have in deciding whether to get into accounting, because a lot of things are going on, and people are changing career path. And so a lot of people are thinking about, hey, I want to get into accounting. I want to become a chartered accountant. What do I do? So in this video, we are going to be answering some of the fundamental questions that a lot of people ask when they are trying to change career from medicine to accounting, from agriculture to accounting, from banking and finance to accounting, or whatever field to accounting. Some fundamental questions that people ask, and that is what we want to answer. And if you have any other question, also you are in that position or you know someone in that position, make sure you share this video with them or put it in the comment section for me. The first question that people ask me a lot is, hey Nhyira, I'm afraid of maths. Can I do this? Yes, you have to understand that when it comes to accounting, when it comes to finance, when it comes to becoming a chartered accountant, you don't need to have a maths degree. You don't need to be a maths genius. It's just fundamental, basic arithmetic, maths, and percentages that we are dealing with in accounting. So you don't have to have done elective maths. You don't have to know a lot of things in maths. It's some basic arithmetic, mathematics, and percentages. So no, you don't need a maths degree. You don't need to be a maths guru to do accounting. All you need is to have basic understanding of dealing with arithmetics, how you add, subtract, divide, multiply, and how you work with percentages. And these are fundamental issues. So no, you don't need any maths degree. You don't need any sophistication in your understanding of mathematics, whether core mathematics or elective mathematics. No, you just need some basic understanding and you will be good. So maybe you didn't like maths in high school. That's why probably you chose another career, but now you are thinking about coming back and doing what you think you want, which is become a chartered accountant or do something accounting related, get an accounting degree or do an MBA in accounting and finance. But you're thinking about, hey, will this maths be thing? Yeah, you just need some basic understanding. You don't have to be sophisticated maths genius to be able to do anything in accounting. It's very simple and you can do it. And so just in line with that, some people also ask, okay, Nhyira, I have heard about ACCA, I've heard about ICA, I've heard about ICAEW, I've heard about ICAN, I've heard about ICAG, I've heard about SEMA. What's the difference between this? Which one do I go for? And the common question then is, Nhyira, should I do ACCA or I should do ICAG? Should I do ACCA or I should do ICAN? And so the ACCA is the Association of Certified Chartered Accountants UK. ICAG is the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana. ICAN is the Institute of Chartered Accountants Nigeria. ICAEW is the Institute of Chartered Accountants of England and Wales. Now, the difference between this is based on focus. What does that mean? It means that the ACCA is a global certification. And so if you are somebody who wants to work in a lot of countries, right? Go anywhere and be able to work, get something to do, then ACCA is your path because it's a global certification. The ICAG is local, that is Ghana, is contextualized, jurisdictional. ICAEW, the same thing, local, contextualized, jurisdictional in the UK. ICAN, contextualized, local, in Nigeria. So that is the difference between the two things. So ACCA is a global certification. You can get yourself to do things in various countries, various locations. But the ICAG, ICAEW, ICAN, they are going to be jurisdictional, local-based professional qualification examination. Now, this is what you must understand. There are certain roles that you cannot have, and there are certain things that you cannot do as an accountant in Ghana if you are not a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana. There are certain roles, certain jobs that you cannot get in the UK if you're not a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants England and Wales. Right? So the ACCA gives you that global footprint, but the ICAG, the ICAN, the ICAW are focused on the respective jurisdictional places that you are dealing with. And so the question then is, okay, Nhyira, which one should I go for? It's all about what is your goal, but as I always say that you can come back to either of the professions depending on your goal. So maybe you are in Ghana, right? And you want to become a chartered accountant. I will recommend that for 99.9% of the time, you do the ICAG because you are in Ghana, right? You get the qualification. It is far cheaper, and you become a chartered accountant, become a member of the ICAG. Boom, that is great. Then if you want to add the ACCA, why not? You can get some exemptions and then get the ACCA, that global qualification as well, and add to it. Or if you're somebody that money not be problem and you see yourself as somebody who will be a global person, who will be maybe traveling around the world, you want to be working in various markets, then you can start with the ACCA. You can still come back to ICAG with the exemption later on. And so for the most part, I will recommend, because of the state of the economy, because of flexibility, because of the opportunities available and some other factors, start with the ICAG if you're in Ghana. If you're in Nigeria, the same thing. Start with the ICAN. The same thing. It is cheaper than your ACCA. It is cheaper than any other thing else, and you'll be able to get that qualification, get yourself starting up. Then when you start making some money, then you can add that global recognition if you want to. So that is also the second thing that you need to understand when it comes to which one should you go for. Start with the ICAG if you're in Ghana. Start with ICAN if you're in the in Nigeria or any other African country. Start with a local qualification, because that is where your base is. That's where you can make yourself valuable in the marketplace. Then you can always add the ACCA qualification later as you move ahead in your professional journey. Or if you are somebody who money no be problem, then you can do the ACCA. You can still come back to the local qualification all the time. You'll get some exemptions, write some papers, and become a member of the professional qualification in your respective country. So that is what you need to understand as well in respect of that question.